It's never the situation that's at fault. It's the way you choose to view it. In life, nothing is wrong or right. Rare circumstances aside, wrong and right, especially in regards to where you want to go in life, are relative terms. Too often, we think of success or doing what we love as an end. It's some destination that we have to reach. What so many people fail to realize is that both of those terms are more of an approach to the journey, not the end of the journey itself. You are successful when you are walking your path, always learning, always growing. You are doing what you love when you see every moment as an opportunity. It's on you to discover what that opportunity is. Where a lot of millennials and young adults seem to get frustrated is they see everything as permanent. They say, "I'm stuck here," looking at their cubicle job as the end. There is nowhere else to go, and they feel like they will never reach the desired destination of success. But no matter where you work or what you're doing, there are lessons to be learned. And unless you can discover those lessons and embrace your own journey, you will never actually reach the state of being successful, in the sense that you are learning and growing and effortlessly becoming the better version of yourself. The reason why so many people struggle with this is because it means taking accountability. It is so easy to sit in a cubicle or an office or even somewhere you enjoy being and say, "This place isn't giving me enough. It's not making me grow." This is the same as blaming other people for how you feel or your personal issues. Just like a mirror, if you point, your reflection will point back. The key is to point at yourself. If you look in the mirror and you point at your physical self, your reflection in the mirror will point at itself. When you pull the thumb, you take accountability. You're shifting your perspective from blame to ownership. You are allowing yourself to open up and see opportunities instead of oppression. This same theory goes for everything: work, personal relationships, even the way you feel about yourself. Focus on the lesson, not the problem. Let me tell you a story about this 14-year-old who had a fractured spine playing hockey. It was one of the most painful experiences in his life. For him, hockey was everything. He loved that sport more than anything else in the world, and he was determined to play in the NHL. He used to watch the Mighty Ducks with his hockey gloves on, acting out the scenes in front of the television with his hockey stick in the living room. His mom yelling from the kitchen, reminding him to be careful and not break anything. When he fractured his spine, he knew he would never play hockey again. In an instant, his childhood dream fell apart. For weeks, he had to wear a Velcro brace around his back. The fracture was big enough to make walking extraordinarily painful, but small enough that he couldn't have surgery. The only thing to do was to take Advil and let it heal on its own. At first, he was extremely depressed. He was an awkward teenager and didn't have many friends. The only place he felt like he fit in was on the ice with other people who loved hockey as much as he did. One thing he admitted at first, it was not easy for him. He blamed everyone else, he was angry, and he felt like nothing would ever go right for him. And he refused to give himself the option to find the lesson in what had happened. Instead, he just focused on the problem. With nothing else to do, he sat up in his room and started playing World of Warcraft on the computer. 3 years later, and being one of the highest rated 3 versus 3 players in North America, he was in talks with sponsors. He was considering not going to college so that he could become a professional gamer. He had one of the most read World of Warcraft blogs on the internet at the time when blogging was still relatively new. This is back in 2007. And most of all, he had discovered his love for writing. What could have been seen as a debilitating injury ended up propelling him to find a new interest, becoming one of the best players in the world, and ultimately helping him find a new dream. Lessons are everywhere. It's on you to find them. Since learning that lesson as a kid, he trained himself to always find the positive. If you feel like you aren't learning anything, that is nobody's fault but yours. Chances are, someone around you knows something you don't, and it's on you to ask them questions. It's on you to create moments of growth and opportunity. It's on you to pay attention to the little things around you. It's on you to create your own gaps. It's on you to take your own leaps of faith. Growth is rarely the result of the people in your vicinity. Growth is the result of how you utilize people around you and create opportunities for yourself. The key of shifting your perspective is to remember what you're aiming for. For example, a job where you perform mundane tasks is going to continue being mundane if you just see it as just a job. But a job where you perform mundane tasks that could be seen as a way to learn skills you need in order to one day do what it is you really want to do is no longer just a job. It's an opportunity to learn. Looking at what I just discussed, nothing physical changed. You didn't move offices, you didn't get a raise, you didn't work with people that are more fun. The only thing that changed was your perspective, and that makes all the difference. I hope you found this podcast informative. If you have any comments about this or the other episodes, please comment below. I'll be looking forward to reading them. Until next time, goodbye everybody. The Rockin' L Show.